What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about both silver and gold and what it would mean for the precious metals to get to the point where they become overvalued and no longer worth stacking. What I would do at that point? Just going to be thinking out loud. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. You can actually watch Sunday's video right now if you want to, and this morning I just posted a brand new vlog. And of course, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer one friend by the end of the month and they're going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral. Refer 3 friends by the end of the month and they're going to give you all the way up to 15 free shares of Apple. You only have 5 days left to capitalize on these opportunities. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Saturday, June 25th, 2022. It's actually my grandparents' anniversary today. They've been together for, I think, 200 years, so shout out to them. But funny enough, as I'm filming the video, it's actually still Tuesday, the 21st, 6 o'clock in the morning. Been up since 4:15 a.m. filming videos, whatever it takes. But being that this video is being filmed several days in advance, I have no idea what the spot price of silver or gold will be by the time the video comes out, so head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. Alright, so in today's video, I didn't structure anything. In fact, I just thought of this video topic quite literally right before I hit record. I sat here and I was like, what should Saturday's video be about? And I decided that I didn't want to plan anything out. I didn't want it to be structured. I just wanted to hit record and kind of just think out loud for the video. So I wanted to talk about what would happen or what the next step would be if the silver and the gold reached a point where it became overvalued. Now, just to be clear, just for transparency, I personally believe silver is incredibly undervalued right now. Gold, on the other hand, I would probably categorize gold as either undervalued or fair valued, somewhere in that range. I believe silver's dirt cheap. I believe silver, I think it's at a major opportunity low right now. Premiums included, by the way. Even paying the premiums, I think it's dirt cheap, which is why I'm so fixated on the beautiful white metal at this point. Gold, I'll pick up some gold from time to time, mainly for diversification purposes and also not for nothing. It's just a beautiful metal and I want to have as much of it in my possession as I possibly can get. But between the two, silver is definitely my precious metal of choice. It's my priority metal. I see way more room for growth. That's just my opinion. But both metals, I love them both, and I plan on getting a lot more of both. And I think that both of which are at a good opportunity to be stacking right now. And for the metals to go from undervalued to overvalued, first things first, I think that would mean something different. If you ask 10 different people, I think you're going to get 10 different answers. I don't think there's a very specific number silver needs to hit, or the spot price of silver needs to hit, or the spot price of gold needs to hit, for all of us to say, okay, it is now officially overvalued. I don't think that's a thing. I don't believe that there's a specific number. I think it's one of those things where it's like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and I'll just continue stacking in the meantime. I don't know what that number would need to be. We would have to get there for me to actually say, okay, I no longer think it's worth stacking. And the reason I word it like this is because a couple years ago, back in 2018, 2019, I remember making so many videos back when spot price was $14, $15, $16, $17, And I remember saying so many times that I don't know if I would see myself stacking silver over $20 an ounce. And that was mainly because back then I thought I had probably like 10 years before the spot price of silver even touched $20, let alone surpassed $20 and go all the way up to $30 in 2020 and 2021. I didn't think that was going to happen. I don't think anybody thought that was going to happen. It kind of just exploded out of nowhere. And I remember saying back then that I don't think I could see myself stacking silver over $20, and I definitely wouldn't see myself stacking over $25. Lo and behold, a year and a half later, silver went into the $20 and the $25 range and even above that, and I continued stacking silver. So I didn't want to be one of those people that continue to push the goalpost. I didn't want to be one of those people that say,
oh yeah, I said $20 before I would stop stacking silver, and now I'm changing it to 30.
Because guess what? If the spot price of silver climbed up to 30, which by the way it did in February of 2021, I didn't want to be that guy who would now be like,
oh yeah, I said 30, but now it's 40.
I don't want to be one of those people. I can't stand people like that. I like most people. I'm a people person. I can get along with a lot of different people with a lot of different types of personalities. But the inconsistent people that constantly move the goalpost, I can't stand people like that. They're inconsistent, and if they're inconsistent in one area of their life, they're probably inconsistent in most other areas of their life, and I just kind of have a problem with inconsistent people. I'm consistently against inconsistency. But anyway, when it comes to that, I decided that I didn't want to put a number on it. I don't want to slap a number and be like, hey, yeah, that's the number. That's when I'll stop. Because depending on what else is going on in the world, $40 an ounce might still be a major, massive opportunity. I mean, who knows where silver can go from there? I mean, in the past, it's already hit 50. The point being is that I don't know what the number would need to be for me to say to myself, okay, yeah, now it's officially overvalued. And same goes for gold. I don't know. All I know right now, right here, right now, is that I personally consider silver to be incredibly undervalued, and I consider gold to be probably closer to fair valued, which, by the way, anything in the world that's fair valued, whether it be gold, whether it be silver, whether it be a stock or real estate or whatever, if it's fair valued, that means it's still a buy. That's an incredible time to buy. If you consider something to be fair valued, that's buying time. It's only time to stop buying once fair valued gets to the point where it's overvalued. Because when something gets to that point, when something's overvalued, then it starts getting into bubble territory. Then it gets time for probably a pullback or a correction sometime in the very, very near future. So you don't necessarily want to be actively buying into something that you personally consider to be overvalued. That's not typically a smart thing to do. Silver and gold, on the other hand, I think we have a long way to go before we get to that point. And like I said before, you might have a number. Maybe when we get to a certain point, you'll consider silver to be overvalued before me. Maybe I'll consider it to be overvalued before you. Who knows? We will all cross that bridge when we get there. But what I wanted to really talk about today is what happens at that point. What do we do if and when silver and gold ever get to the point where the general consensus, the majority of us, believe that it's no longer worth stacking? Or that it's worth stacking, but it's just not worth the price tag attached to it. What do we do then? Now, obviously, there's not a rock solid answer. Like I said in the intro, I just want to think out loud. But to be honest, the precious metals, which is something that I consider to be a form of playing financial defense, wealth preservation mode, not the same as playing financial offense, wealth building mode. So if my primary method of playing defense gets to the point where I consider it to be overvalued, it would be time for me to take a step back or multiple steps back take my foot off the gas on the precious metals, maybe even take my foot off the gas when it comes to playing defense in general, and shift my focus to something else. Maybe dial in on playing financial offense. I would have to take a step back and I would have to evaluate everything, which, by the way, I try to do on a daily basis. I try to look at all of the markets. I try to pay attention to everything. I pay attention to markets that I'm not even involved in, just because I understand the importance of staying informed and staying educated and seeing where everything is moving. What's moving up, what's moving down, what's trading sideways. What's the trend right now? Where's the hype right now? What's off of everybody's radar right now? I try to pay attention to all these things. And more often than not, the markets, the different types of markets, will move in the same direction together. But it's something that we've seen for the most part in the past, which doesn't really apply today for whatever reason, because now everything's just kind of moving in a downward direction. But usually, typically, not always, but typically, when the stock market is moving up, when real estate is building, when businesses are doing good, that's usually when you see the precious metals not really doing so hot. Silver and gold, they usually, not always, but usually do better when the economy isn't doing so well. And vice versa. Precious metals, they don't do so good when the economy is growing exponentially. But when the economy is shrinking, a lot of the time we see silver and gold begin to strengthen. So I would just keep one thing in mind. For silver and gold to explode, a lot of people, they're,
Oh yeah, to the moon!
those people, imagine what the rest of the world would look like if silver and gold actually did go to the moon. I feel like it's almost like a double-edged sword. Everybody wants silver and gold to, make them a trillionaire or whatever, but what would the rest of the world look like? How bad would inflation need to get for silver and gold to really break out like that? What if we got to the point where silver was worth $100? Just hypothetically, just an arbitrary number. What would a loaf of bread at the store be going for? Would it be like $25 at that point? In which case, you really want silver to go that high? If the price of everything at the store goes up with it, would we be looking at like $13, at the gas station? What would we be seeing? So it's just something to keep in mind. Usually silver and gold do their best when everything else is at their worst. But let's just say silver did go up. Let's just say silver went to a point where, for the most part, we consider it to be overvalued. Same for gold. Precious metals in general. Precious metals are just, no longer really an option. Maybe it's because we consider it to be overvalued, or maybe we don't, and it's just so expensive that we can no longer afford it. What then? What do we do? Where do we look? This is why I always encourage people to pay attention to all of the different markets. You got to familiarize yourself with the stock market. You don't have to invest in the stock market, by the way. You can hate the stock market. You could be completely against the stock market. That's perfectly fine. I'm not encouraging you to invest. I'm not encouraging you to dive into the stock market. But by the way, really quick, speaking of the stock market, whether you like stocks or not, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer 1 friend in the next 5 days, and they're going to give you 10 free random stocks. Refer 3 friends in the next 5 days, and they're going to give you all the way up to 15 free shares of Apple. The reason I bring this up is because if you don't want the stocks, just get them anyway. They're free, then sell them. Congratulations, now you have the cash to go and get you some silver or some gold, if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. But anyway, I'm not telling anybody that they need to invest. I'm not telling anybody to dive into the stock market. I'm saying just pay attention to it. Just glance at it. When the market opens up in the morning, just check your phone, check the computer, just see where we opened up, and maybe check again toward the end of the day, see what we did during the day. Or was it a red day? Was it a green day? What's going up? What's going down? Is tech going up and everything else is going down? Is it vice versa? Is everything rallying? Is everything crashing? Just pay attention. You don't have to buy in. You don't have to invest. You don't got to buy the dip. You don't have to do anything at all. Just pay attention. Same goes for real estate. Pay attention to what interest rates are looking like. Pay attention to what areas within the country are really popping off right now. See if we have an eviction crisis going on. See what homes are overvalued. See if homes are sitting too long. If they're on the market but nobody's buying, doesn't really mean anything. Somebody with $1 million house, bragging right.
I tell you, my house is worth $1 million.
Okay, sure. What's it worth if it's sitting on the market for $1 million for a year and a half and nobody wants to buy it? Is it worth $1 million? I don't know. Is anything worth anything if nobody's willing to buy it? I don't know. Point being is that you just gotta pay attention. Pay attention to real estate. Pay attention to stocks. Pay attention to different types of businesses. What businesses are doing very well right now? When the economy is booming, a lot of businesses do very well. But guess what? Some do better than others. When the economy is falling apart, usually businesses aren't doing so hot. But few of them do way better than they've ever done in the past. 2020, for example, the entire world fell apart. But guess what? There were some companies out there, some businesses out there, that had the best year of their life. The year that everyone lost everything, they won. Big time. Millions of times over. Better than their last 10 years combined. So pay attention to different types of businesses out there. See which ones are doing well, see which ones are doing not so well, see which ones are doing way better than everyone else, and just pay attention. Pay attention to businesses. Pay attention to the stock market. Pay attention to real estate. Pay attention to crypto. I do that as well. And I'm not even a fan of crypto. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm kind of indifferent about it. It doesn't really matter to me, but I pay attention to it anyway just to see what's going on. Follow the charts. Follow the trends. Follow the graphs and just pay attention. And the reason I encourage everyone to do this is because if you're actually paying attention to the other markets, a major opportunity can present itself to you. If you're not paying attention, you're 1,000,000% going to miss it. And you're going to be one of those people on Reddit who catch on to something after it's already taken off, and then you hop on board trying to grab hold of a rocket ship that's already halfway to the moon. You're going to be one of those people. But guess what? If you're actually paying attention and not playing follow the leader, be the leader. Be the one who hops into an opportunity before everyone else hops in. And you can do this very easily just by paying attention to the markets. This is what I've been doing for the last couple of years. I've never even been on Reddit before. I don't do any of those meme stocks or meme coins or anything like that. That's not what I do. I pay attention to what's going on in the world. I try to gauge what is going to make the most sense, and I try to get in ahead of time, and I try to diversify as best I can. And like I've been saying, I'm right more often than I'm wrong. I win way more often than I lose. And it's just simply because I pay attention. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to be all that smart. I'm not very smart, but I can make it work. And I've been making it work. I've made it work with precious metals for 4.5 years. I've made it work with stocks for about 2 years. I'm not in real estate just yet, but hopefully one day, when it comes to businesses, I'm pretty decent at that as well. And it's just because I pay attention. I see what's going up. I see what's going down. I see what is probably going to be going up in the future, what's heading down right now, and what catalysts can make it take off at some point in the future. I just pay attention. And the reason I pay attention to all these different things is because if and when silver ever gets to the point where it's overvalued, and same goes for gold, when it gets to the point where I'm no longer able to or willing to convert my dollars into silver and gold, I will know what the next asset class will be. Do I know what that next asset class will be right now? Absolutely not. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. No clue. Like I said, We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I encourage everyone to pay attention. Pay attention now. Don't wait to pay attention. Don't wait until silver and gold become overvalued to start looking around and start studying different markets. Because if silver and gold just take off one day, whether it be a slow and steady rise or whether it be just a rocket ship, you don't want to be that person that says,
Okay, let me understand or learn or begin to study what the stock market even is.
no, you want to understand now. You don't have to be investing now, but just understand what it is. Understand how businesses work. Understand how to run and operate a business. Study real estate. Just learn. That's all you got to do right now. Pay attention to what's going on and learn. And if you want to just dial in on silver and gold right now, be my guest. But make sure you're studying the other markets as well. That's my recommendation. Not a financial advisor, so nothing I've ever said on the channel is financial advice. But that's just what I'm doing. And this is me documenting my journey, and like I said in the intro, I just wanted to think out loud in today's video. It wasn't overly structured, wasn't overly anything. I just wanted to hit record and say what needed to be said. So I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. What would the spot price of silver need to go to, or approximately need to go to, for you to more than likely consider it to be overvalued? Would it have to reach its all-time high? Would it have to go back up to $50, which it's already gone to? Would you stop at that point? Would you stop beforehand, or would you continue stacking because maybe you think it's going to go to 100? Same goes for gold, by the way. What do you think the spot price of gold would need to be for you to more than likely consider it to be overvalued? At what point would you stop stacking the precious metals? And what would you more than likely turn to if and when we ever get to that point? Head on down to the comments and let me know. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs, and a bunch of different designs, and a lot of the products are helping us raise some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. You can watch Sunday's video right now if you want to. And every Saturday morning I post a brand new vlog. New one dropped this morning, and it's definitely one you're going to want to go and see. And there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2. They bumped it up to 6 for this month only, so capitalize on that while you can. You have 5 days left. You can deposit any amount. It could be as little as a penny. It still works. It still counts. You still get your 6 free stocks. If you refer one friend by the end of the month, 5 days left, they're going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral. This is part of their advertising budget. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. And you can do this 10 times. You refer 10 friends in the next 5 days, they're going to give you 100 free random stocks, 10 each. And of course, if you refer 3 friends by the end of the month, 5 days left, Webull's going to give you all the way up to 15 free shares of Apple. Maybe you'll get all 15. Maybe you'll get 10. Maybe you'll get 1. It's completely random. You get what you get and you don't get upset, but you're guaranteed at least 1, so you're still winning no matter what. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. You have less than 5 days to go. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. Then just sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to go and get you some silver or maybe some gold if that's what you want. 5 days left. We will link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down in the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? What would the spot price of silver need to go to for you to more than likely consider it to be overvalued and no longer worth stacking. What would the spot price of gold need to do for you to consider it to be overvalued and no longer worth stacking? Would they have to reach brand new all-time highs? Would silver need to go to $50, $60, $70? Would gold need to get closer to $3,000 or even $2,500 for you to take your foot off the gas on the precious metals? And if and when we ever get to the point where the precious metals are considered overvalued, what do you think you would probably turn to? Would you kick back at that point? Maybe you'd sell at that point. Or maybe you'd turn to something else. Maybe you would start a business. Maybe you would hop into real estate. Maybe you'd sell your silver and gold for real estate. Maybe you'd dive into the stock market. This video was just me thinking out loud. Feel free to think out loud in the comments. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.